Even advanced English learners make mistakes. These mistakes can make you sound less natural or even change the meaning entirely. Today, we are going to fix that. I once heard one of my friends who was learning English as a foreign language. We were in a restaurant together and she confused kitchen and chicken. And so when she went to order a sandwich, she ordered a kitchen sandwich, not a chicken sandwich. So these mistakes are actually quite common. And at that time, she was actually quite an advanced English speaker as well. So they catch you off guard and they're always funny, lighthearted mistakes. But of course, it's better if you're not making mistakes while speaking English. So let's fix that. I'm Kat and I'm a native English speaker, but I also speak German, Portuguese, and Polish. And I have been teaching English as a foreign language for the last 5 years. So I've seen lots of English mistakes and I know my way around learning languages. Let's get started. We are going to start with 15 of these really common English mistakes and how you can fix them, and we're going to practice them together so you will remember them for life. Our first section has to do with word choice and collocation. Mistake number 1 is I very like it. This is in very is used for adjectives and really and a lot are used for verbs. So they have to stay completely separated. They cannot be interchanged. For example, with verbs, you would say, I really like cooking. I really like swimming. I really like walking. Really before the verb or a lot after the verb. Now, when you're talking about adjectives, it sounds a little different. I like chocolate very much. So much is your adjective there. I like chocolate very much. Or I am very happy. I am very cold. So you're describing those adjectives, you use a very. You cannot say I am a lot cold. No, that doesn't work. And when you say like it, that's a verb. So I really like it, not I very like it. Now, hopefully that makes sense. I want you to try and come up with 3 different sentences. So come up with one using very, come up with one using a lot, and one using really. So very, a lot, and really. Come up with a sentence for each of those so you can practice. Mistake number 2 is I'm boring. No, the correct thing to say here is I'm bored. Boring actually means uninteresting, and you know what boring means because you're saying bored. But boring is used to describe something, not someone. So when you're talking about something, like you're using it with a verb, you would use ing at the end. When you're talking about yourself or someone, you would put ed on the end. So for example, boring is a perfect example here. The class is boring, right? I am bored. The trip coming up is exciting. I am excited. For example, cooking is tiring. I'm tired. Now, those have completely different meanings. Once again, try and practice a few sentences on your own, showing the difference between ing and ed. The class is boring. I'm bored. Practice that difference so that you use it correct. Mistake number 3 is to do a photo. The correct form of this is to take a photo. Now, this one can be quite confusing because in many foreign languages, you use the word do or make for a lot of verbs that you don't use the same in English. So it's really important that you understand when to use to do and to make in English. And in English, we do not use either of those for taking a photo. You just say take a photo. Now, for example, you would say I made a mistake, I do homework, and I take a break. Those are all things that sound a little bit different in foreign languages, so make sure that you really know those. Now, let's do a practice drill really quickly. You what a mistake? You make a mistake. You what homework? You do homework. You what a break? You take a break. Now, make sure to review those if you got any of them wrong. Now, section 2 has to do with prepositions. So, mistake number 4 is you don't say discuss about. In English, you can just say discuss. The about is unnecessary. You don't need it at all, actually. You can say we discussed it. We need to discuss why that is canceled, something like that, but you never need about. So just take that out. Mistake number 5 is married with. In English, we don't say that. You are married to someone. So you would say, I'm married to my husband, or she is married to him. He is married to her. We don't use with. Also, when someone is getting married, when they're having the wedding, you would say, he is getting married to her, not he is getting married with her. So it is always to, never with. Here are a few that are really common. So good at, you would say, I'm good at English, I'm good at writing. That's a common prepositional mistake. Another one is I'm interested in history. The next is afraid of. He's afraid of. And lastly, married to, not married with. He is married to her. Now we're going to do a rapid fire quiz really quickly. Ready? Question number 1. I'm interested blank history. Question number 2. She's afraid blank the dark. Question number 3. He's married my cousin. Question number 4. They're good playing chess. And question number 5. Are you excited? Your trip. Now, if you got any of those wrong, make sure to check the link below. There is a free download to practice these. So if you need to practice them, just download that for free and make sure, and you can practice all of your prepositions to make sure that you are sounding way more natural when you're speaking. Mistake number 6 is saying in the bus. You actually say on the bus. Now, transport prepositions are actually quite difficult. Most of them are different. So I'm going to give you 3 quick hints. But once again, this is something that I'll have a whole video out on soon, and you can practice with the downloads below, but it's something that you have to learn entirely separately, actually. So it's on the bus, in the car, on the train, on the plane, it's not as rough, etc., etc. So it's on the bus, not in the bus. Make sure, if you didn't get that, to go back and repeat after me to make sure that you really know all of those. It will make a huge difference when you're speaking. Section number 3 has to do with grammatical structures. So number 8 is she go to school every day. This is surprisingly a really common mistake. In the third person with to go, you always have the S. This is so important, so make sure to remember it. She goes to school. He goes to school. Always need the S there. And yeah, the simple present always has an S at the end of the verb for he, she, or it. So make sure you are always adding that and not forgetting it. Let's practice a few examples. He writes, she cleans, he cooks, she sweeps, he works. All of those have an S at the end. So make sure you are doing that when you're speaking. Mistake number 8 is if I will see her. This is the present conditional clause. Now, you don't need the will with it. For example, if I see her, that's it. If I see her tomorrow, then I ask her. Another example would be if it rains tomorrow, then I will go shopping. Something like that. You drop that will, you don't need it. It's in the present simple. If it rains tomorrow, and ... Mistake number 9 is saying people is. This is wrong. People is a plural word, so it always is people are. For example, people here are hungry, something like that. It is always used with are, not it. The next mistake number 10 is he don't like. That is incorrect. It's he doesn't like. Let's review doesn't really quickly. I don't like, you don't like, he, she, or it doesn't like. So he doesn't like ice cream. I don't like ice cream. Remember, in the third person, you always need the S. So with don't, it happens to be doesn't. That's how it's created. All right, section 4. This has to do with pronunciation and connected speech. Mistake number 11 is comfortable. That's not how you say it. It's comfortable. Now, it's really common non-native speakers say, I'm comfortable. And native English speakers are not going to understand what you're saying. You need to make sure to break it down, blend it together, say it faster. It should sound like comfortable. I'm comfortable. Are you comfortable? The faster, the better. That's how it should sound, not comfortable. That's wrong. Don't say that. Number 12 is saying the word vegetable. The right way to say it is vegetable, not vegetable. That does not sound right. Don't say that. Vegetable. Once again, blur it together, break it down, say it faster, and that's going to help it sound more natural. Vegetable. Mistake number 13 is that native speakers drop a lot of the sounds at the end of words. So sometimes an S or an ED. An example of this would, he likes cats. Now I'm going to say it a little faster. He likes cats. It just blurs together and it's dropped a little bit. Another example would be, she walked home. The ED on walked is swallowed, so it sounds like she walked home. It's like she walked, like that. So make sure that if you're saying a word with the ED, try to drop it a little bit. Still pronounce it, but it should sound a little less forced. All right, section 5 is our last section. It has to do with real life usage and confidence. Mistake number 14 is translating directly from your native language. An example of this is many other languages use have for saying your age. So you would say, I have 25 years old. In English, we use the verb to be. So you should say, I am 25 years old. This is a mistake where if you're translating literally, your English skills are going to sound so much more different. Mistake number 15, our last one, is apologizing too much for your mistakes. This is a cultural difference and a lot of the time no one notices, so don't worry too much about it. Speak confidently and over time improve your mistakes, but don't worry too much about it and you don't need to apologize all the time. Now that is the end of our 15 common mistakes. I hope this video helped you. If it did, please comment below which tip was new for you. And if this video helped you, please subscribe. It really helps my channel. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.